You're probably stressed out because you're doing life from an empty cup. So I wrote a book about it. Here's the analogy of the book. The book is actually called Cupology. And in Cupology, it's based on a 3-cup analogy. Now, here is an example of what I feel like we should be living like versus what we actually live like. So I picture us as a cup, okay? And I picture us holding ourselves up to God, and I like to add life experiences, because all of that with the right perspective is what fills our cup. When our cup becomes full, what does it do? It actually overflows. When our cup is overflowing, now everybody who needs to experience anything from us can actually experience us from the overflow. However, how do we normally live? Glad you asked. We normally live our lives doing this. We're pouring. We're pouring into our family, our children, our marriages, our work, our community. We're pouring into all these things until we end up what I like to call the empty cup, which is upside down. And it's because we've poured out. We don't have anything else to give. All right? The concept of the book is none of us have a cup big enough to pour. Our cup should always be up like this so that God and life experiences can fill us. When our cup becomes full, it begins to overflow. Now, everybody who needs anything from us can experience it from this overflow, right? But if you're pouring, if you're pouring and God is trying to pour inside of you, are you catching it? You're not, because you're busy pouring as well. However, if you're not pouring, and you're allowing your cup to stay up at all times, now your family, your children, your community, everybody who needs anything from you can actually get it from the overflow. Your job is to keep that cup up. If you keep this cup up, you'll have more than enough. So what does that look like? What that ends up looking like is you're trying to do a whole lot of things in your own strength. We weren't wired to do that. If y'all think about the numerous things, the plethora of things we have to do in a day, as a mom, as a dad, as a spouse, as a coworker or employee, a business owner, whatever those roles are that you and I both have, it's really unrealistic how much stuff we're responsible for in a day. However, if we just position ourselves daily, and what keeping your cup up looks like, y'all, is it simply looks like you're waking up daily and you're saying, what do I need for me today to feel my best self, to look my best self, to go about life being as best as I can? What do I need to make sure that I can do that today? That's your biggest assignment every day. Because if you're taking care of yourself first, when you go out and about, the things and people who need anything from you will get it organically when you're going about your day because you feel good, you've taken care of yourself first. I grew up where we heard a lot of parents who would say, well, I'm not going to worry about me, I'll worry about me last. Well, if you don't take care of you first, then somebody else is going to be worrying about your kids because you won't be here for yourself to worry about them. But if you take care of you first, then you can take care of your kids. So that's all Cupology is. Keep our cup up so that we can be filled, okay? When we're filled, we overflow into the life. So our cup should never be like this. It should never be like this. We shouldn't be pouring. because we can't catch what's for us if we're pouring. Y'all get that? And if you're pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and end up here, you're in big trouble. So I teach people how to turn that cup back up, position it in such a way where you can get the things that you need daily. We all, I believe, have gifts and talents that belong to the world. I do genuinely believe that about every single person. We all have major gifts and talents that God placed inside of us that belong to the world. And if you're taking care of yourself and you're seeking Him daily about what those things are, then you'll get to the spot. You'll get to where you need to be, and you won't be so stressed out. So, keep your cup up. Be kind to yourself. Check in with yourself. And you know, I will add, some of this is going to feel like you're being selfish because you're taking care of yourself and thinking about what you need first, especially if you haven't always done that. To the people you've been serving in a very unhealthy way, it's gonna feel bad. It's gonna feel wrong. It's not gonna feel right, but it is right, okay? And they may not appreciate it in the beginning, but they'll appreciate it when you're feeling better, you're looking better, you're smelling better, you're way more productive in your life, on your work, all the areas, okay? You cannot pour from your small cup. We hear the term a lot. You can't pour from an empty cup. But I personally believe you shouldn't be pouring at all. You should be being filled daily and allowing your overflow to take care of those you feel called to and yourself especially. So the next time you find yourself with your shoulders getting tight and tense because you're stressing, that's a strong indicator that you may be pouring. The next time you find yourself frustrated and angry, you're probably pouring, okay? If you find yourself feeling lost, lonely, you're probably pouring, all right? You're not keeping your cup up. You're pouring. So pay attention to those signs. Pay attention to the things that make you feel like you're not in alignment. Like the things that make you feel like you probably should just go back to bed that day. Pay attention to those because those are strong indicators that you're pouring. All right? So will you keep your cup up? Will you take care of yourself? Will you do the things daily so that you will be okay? So that the people around you, let's put my water back in here. I have to use a different cup next time. Can experience you from your overflow. Okay? Your overflow. And your overflow does not come from you. Your overflow and nobody else's overflow should be coming from you. Your overflow should be coming from God and you taking care of yourself, and then everybody else can experience what's spilling over. All right? And you'll always have enough if you keep your cup up. Let me know in the comments if you got it. If you got it, say, Quiana, my cup will be up. Bye-bye.